Good morning. Welcome to our third day in London. Today, we're heading to one of the city's most iconic landmarks, Tower Bridge. But before we begin our journey, we're gonna stop at a nearby bakery and pick up some pastries for breakfast. One thing we've really been enjoying is the weather. London's weather in April couldn't have been better. In the past, we usually planned our vacations during the summer when the girls were out of school and we had more time to travel. The downside was that many of the places we visited were extremely hot. So we've started planning our trips in the spring instead. Even though we have fewer vacation days, the weather is much more comfortable. Not too hot, not too cold. Just perfect for walking around and exploring the city. Here we are at Gail's Bakery. Let's go in and check it out. We have croissants, almond croissants, vanilla custard brioche. That sounds delicious. I think we'll keep it simple this morning and get some plain croissants and almond croissants. I'm not sure if we can handle anything too sweet this early in the day. Now we're heading to Waterloo Station to catch the train to Tower Bridge. We just need to buy a day ticket for our daughter before we go. One thing we really like about the London's Underground is that you don't have to rush if you miss a train. Another one usually arrives just a few minutes later, which makes getting around much less stressful. Waterloo Station is huge, but the signs are easy to follow. We're looking for Jubilee Line, eastbound platform 6. And we'll be getting off at London Bridge Station. Here is platform 6. Oh, it doesn't seem too crowded this morning. This is London Bridge Station. We're gonna find the exit and then make our way to Tower Bridge. Oh, we found Starbucks. We need to make a quick detour. I need some caffeine. Let's see. A venti caramel frappuccino is £6.45. About $8.70. We're gonna order that. They also have plenty of souvenir mugs and tumblers. These are nice. Let's see, there's more down here. Oh, Big Ben. All right, we got our drink. Let's go. London is divided into 32 boroughs. A borough is essentially a district with its own local government and council. Each borough has its own unique character, neighborhoods, and attractions, while the entire city is overseen by the Greater London Authority and the Mayor of London. Interestingly, Tower Bridge actually connects two different boroughs. On the north side of the River Thames is the borough of Tower Hamlets, while the south side belongs to the borough of Southwark, which is also where a hotel, Marlin, is located. Let's wait for the light before crossing. One thing we've noticed is that cars and bicycles often share the road here. There aren't as many traffic lanes as we used to back home, but there are definitely a lot more people cycling through the cities here. Whoa, look at these buildings. London's architecture is such an interesting mix of old and new. Historic landmarks stand right alongside modern skyscrapers, giving the city a unique character. We have now reached the Queen's Walk. This is much more than just a sidewalk. The Queen's Walk stretches for several miles along the south bank of the River Thames, from around Lambeth Bridge all the way to Tower Bridge. Much of today's route became part of the Jubilee Walkway in 1977 to celebrate Queen Elizabeth II's Silver Jubilee, and the name's Queen's Walk reflects that royal connection. And there is Tower Bridge. Tower Bridge is one of London's most recognizable landmarks and is often mistaken for London Bridge. Completed in 1894, it was built to reduce traffic congestion across the River Thames, while still allowing large ships to reach the busy docks further upstream. Although many people call it a drawbridge, it is technically a bascule bridge, meaning the two center sections lift upward like a giant seesaws to allow ships to pass underneath. Even today, the bridge remains fully operational and opens hundreds of times each year for river traffic. We're gonna head upstairs to the Tower Bridge. Oh, wow. It's nice. From here, you can see the River Thames and all the glass building over there. It's funny how all of them are just grouped together in one area. We're gonna go over there and explore that area later today. One of the most popular attractions inside Tower Bridge is the glass floor, which was added in 2014, and you can see it right up there. Visitors can walk between the bridge's two towers while looking straight down through the glass at the cars, buses, pedestrians, and boats passing below. This offers a completely different perspective of one of London's most famous landmarks. This plaque shows us all the iconic landmarks that we're gonna see while we're on the Tower Bridge. So there is City Hall, the HMS Belfast, the Gherkin, and the Tower of London. That is the HMS Belfast, a retired World War II Royal Navy light cruiser. We're gonna head to St. Katharine Docks and explore the area over there. This is St. Katharine Docks, and you have a really nice view of the Tower Bridge from here. This bronze sculpture is called Girl with a Dolphin by David Wynne. Installed in 1973, this is one of the city's most photographic public artworks. Now we're going to head to the Tower of London. The Tower of London is one of the city's oldest and most famous landmarks. Standing on the north bank of the River Thames, it has served many different purposes over the last 1,000 years. It has been a royal palace, a fortress, a prison, a treasury, a royal mint, an arsenal, even a zoo. And today, it is home to the crown jewels. It's now a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the United Kingdom's most visited historic attractions. Construction began in 1078, shortly after William the Conqueror defeated the English in 1066. Over the centuries, the fortress continued to expand, creating the impressive castle complex we see today. Although it was originally built as a royal residence, the tower eventually became far more famous as a prison. This is the Traitor's Gate. Anne Boleyn was one of many prisoners that went through here. She is the second wife of King Henry VIII. She was imprisoned here before being executed in 1536 on charges of treason, adultery, and incest. Accusations that many historians now believe were politically motivated. She was later buried within the tower grounds at the Chapel Royal of St. Peter at Vincula. St. Thomas Tower served as the grand water entrance to the Tower of London. This was where kings, queens, and distinguished guests arrived by boat along the River Thames. The upper floors contained royal apartments where the king could stay during visits. The tower is also home to one of London's most enduring legends. According to tradition, if the ravens ever leave the Tower of London, both the tower and the kingdom will fall. To preserve the legend, several ravens always live here under the care of a dedicated raven master. Although their wings are no longer clipped, they are carefully cared for and encouraged to remain on the grounds.
Can we check it out? Oh, in here. Somewhere.
This is the line to get into the Tower of London. This is the other side of the Tower of London. My goodness, it's big. Now we're gonna head into the city to see the Gherkin. We'll walk through Trinity Square Gardens on our way to our next destination. This small historic public garden sits just west of the Tower of London. The Merchant Navy Memorial, which commemorates members of the Merchant Navy who lost their lives during the First and Second World Wars, is located here. These spikes around the memorial are designed to look like the bows of ships, reminding us of the Merchant Navy and the sailors who served during the World Wars. They also help protect the memorial and mark it as a place of remembrance. We're almost at the Gherkin. From the Tower of London to the Gherkin, it takes about a 15 minutes walk, so not bad at all. Officially known as 30 St. Mary Axe, its unusual design quickly earned it the nickname the Gherkin, which is the British word for a pickled cucumber. But the shape isn't just for looks. The rounded design helps reduce strong winds at street level, allows more natural daylight into the building, and uses spiral light wells to improve natural ventilation. These features reduce energy consumption, making it one of the world's earliest environmentally conscious skyscrapers. Ahead is the Lloyd's Building, one of the world's leading insurance and reinsurance marketplace. The building is famous for its revolutionary inside-out design. Instead of hiding its elevators, staircase, and mechanical systems inside the building, the architects placed them on the exterior. This freed up more office space inside and gave the building its futuristic appearance. Now we are heading to St. Paul's Cathedral. From the Lloyd's Building to St. Paul's Cathedral is about an 18-minute walk. The cathedral you see today is actually the fifth church to stand on this site. Earlier churches were destroyed by fire, war, or simply worn down over time. After the Great Fire of London devastated much of the city in 1666, the cathedral was completely redesigned by the renowned architect Sir Christopher Wren. Construction began in 1675 and took 35 years to complete before finally opening in 1710. Throughout its history, St. Paul's Cathedral has been the setting of many of Britain's most important national events, including the state funeral of Sir Winston Churchill in 1965 and the royal wedding of Prince Charles and Princess Diana in 1981. We're gonna stop at McDonald's for our lunch break and see how it's compared to the ones back home in the United States. There's no one taking order because everything is done through the self-service kiosk. And you can see there's a whole bunch of them here. We ordered Let's see, 20 chicken nuggets, fries, and a Big Mac. Alright, let's eat. We have just finished our lunch. Now we're gonna head to the British Museum. The museum is a bit far from here, so we're gonna take the metro at St. Paul Station.
Consider the
This is Holborn Station. From here is an 8-minute walk to the British Museum.
What, the museum?
There's the museum. Let's find the entrance to get in. Alright, we need to get in line to go through security. This is the entrance to the museum. My goodness. Oh, would you look at that? Wow.
Okay.
The British Museum is one of the world's greatest museums and one of London's most visited attractions. Located in the Bloomsbury district of central London, it houses more than 8 million objects, representing over 2 million years of human history, art, and culture. This is the reading room. Founded in 1753, it became the first national public museum in the world. Unlike many museums of its time, it was created with the idea that knowledge should be accessible to everyone, not just royalty or wealthy collectors. We're gonna head into the Egypt exhibit. One of the museum's most famous treasures is the Rosetta Stone. Discovered in Egypt in 1799, the Rosetta Stone dates back to 196 BC. It contains the same decree written in 3 different scripts: Ancient Greek, Egyptian Demotic, and Egyptian hieroglyphs. Because scholars could read the Greek text, the stone eventually became the key to deciphering ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs, making it one of the most important archaeological discoveries in history. We've been walking around this area for some time, but we have not seen the stone yet. That's weird. Oh wow, an actual skeleton. This is the first time I've seen one in real life. This is the Kerma culture burial around 2050 to 1750 BC. This is the Gerbillion Man, one of the world's oldest and best preserved naturally mummified humans. He is about 5,500 years old. The CT scan indicates he was a healthy, muscular young man, around 18 to 21 years old. It was revealed that he was fatally stabbed in the back. This is the coffin of Hetep Nepi. These are used to hold the internal organs of the mummified humans. This is the statue of Amitabha Buddha. This beautiful sculpture was discovered at a temple in Hebei Province, China. It is carved from white marble. Unfortunately, the statue's hands are missing, but it remains an impressive example of Buddhist art. This is a replica of a gentleman's room during the Joseon era of Korea. This area housed potteries from different dynasties in Asia. One of the best things about visiting the British Museum is that general admission is completely free, although some temporary exhibitions require a separate ticket. Oh, these are beautiful. These was made between AD 1720 and 1795. The museum's collection includes artifacts from nearly every continent, but because there are more than 8 million objects, only a small percentage can be displayed at any given time. During World War II, many of the museum's most valuable collections were moved underground to protect them from bombing. the Great Shrine of Amaravati. These are the sculpture's panels from the Great Shrines. One thing we just realized is that this isn't the museum with the giant blue whale skeleton. That's the one that we wanted to see. That's the Natural History Museum. So we're gonna have to visit that tomorrow. We're gonna head back to our hotel now, rest a little bit, and then go to dinner later. We are on our way to Covent Garden, where we have a dinner reservation at the Ivy. This is where we're gonna eat our dinner tonight, at the Ivy. Let's take a look at the menu. The drinks here are between £10 to £20, so about $13 to $26. And then they have an all-day menu, roast queen scallops, the Ivy Classic Shepherd's Pie, sirloin steak. Oh, that sounds good. They have a Taste of Spring menu, 2 courses or 3 courses, and also a heritage menu for 2 courses. I think we're gonna go with 3 courses. We ordered the duck salad and salt and pepper squid. Oh, the salad is good. The duck is crispy, and the vegetable just add a different flavor to it. Wow. This is the half-roast chicken with asparagus. And then we have beef fillet. And over there is sirloin served with mustard sauce. And of course, we couldn't leave without dessert. We ordered flan. Let's give it a try. We also order the restaurant's famous chocolate Bombay, fried chocolate ice cream. Our dinner is about £135, so about $180. That's not bad, consider the food is just so good. They already include service charge, which is £16. After a full day exploring London's incredible history, museum, and architecture, and finishing it with a wonderful dinner, we're heading back to the hotel to rest. Tomorrow is another exciting day, and we'll be ready to explore even more of what London has to offer. Good night. We'll see you again.